More than 150 million wood utility poles comprise the backbone of the American electric transmission and distribution system. These poles help ensure the safe and reliable delivery of power along busy city streets and country roads alike. But over time, they can lose strength. Strength loss generally occurs at the ground line and is most often a result of decay, insect, animal, or mechanical damage. Australian standard AS/NZS 7000 dictate the strength criteria for utility wood poles and states that utility wood pole structures be replaced or reinforced when the assessed pole strength is no longer able to resist the pole loading. While Western Power's serviceability assessment model for wood poles states that utility wood pole structures be replaced or reinforced when the assessed serviceability index becomes less than 1. Some pole owners choose to set safety requirements that supersede that value, but nonetheless, when strength drops below the threshold, pole owners are faced with two options for bringing the pole back into compliance: replace or restore. Pole replacement often requires complex coordination between the pole owner and attachers, and the cost of replacement is well in excess of the cost of the pole alone. Considerations for qualified labor, replacement engineering and permitting, coordination with attachers, and possible customer downtime are all considered as part of the total cost of replacement. Pole restoration, on the other hand, can quickly and effectively restore original strength, bringing the pole back into compliance for a fraction of the cost of replacement. And in most cases, pole restoration can be funded with capital versus O&M dollars. As a world leader in wood pole inspection and restoration, Osmose technicians are experts in evaluating a pole's remaining strength and determining if it is suitable for restoration. Osmose trusses are designed, engineered, and tested for safety and reliability, with strict specifications for materials, size, and shape to optimize performance and longevity, ensuring that each truss provides a long-term solution, not a short-term deferral. Osmose banding is a totally non-invasive method of attaching reinforcing to a pole. No drilling and further damaging of an already fragile pole. At Osmose, we hug your poles and bring them back to life. Osmose truss systems are used by pole owners across the country and have a 50-year history of safe and reliable performance. They provide a cost-saving solution with installations typically costing 10% or less of pole replacement. Successful programs save pole owners millions of dollars in unnecessary replacement costs. Trusses can be installed quickly, without interruption to service, satisfying both the pole owner and consumers. Even poles in difficult locations such as backyards, hillsides, and those in concrete can be trussed to avoid costly, time-consuming replacements. As a turnkey service provider, Osmose offers an end-to-end solution for pole owners that begins with a thorough inspection and treatment program to identify restoration candidates, followed by the safe and reliable installation of an Osmose truss that restores the pole to code-mandated strength. Each year, Osmose technicians evaluate millions of poles and successfully restore tens of thousands of those poles. As both the product designer and the service provider, we take full responsibility for ensuring poles are reinforced properly and that owners receive the highest possible return on their restoration investment. The installation process actually begins days prior to the crew's arrival, when Osmose requests underground locates to help ensure the truss is safely installed without damage to underground utilities in the vicinity. After ensuring the work zone is safe, an Osmose technician visually inspects the pole from top to bottom. He checks ground wires and attachments with a ground fault detector to ensure there are no energized objects in the work zone. He then sounds the pole, listening for signs of internal decay. If underground utilities are in the truss zone, then he will carefully excavate the area to determine the exact location of the utility and safely reroute it to avoid contact with the truss. He validates that the pole is still a candidate for restoration based on sound shell criteria above ground line. If decay is found, the inspector injects an internal treatment to arrest the decay. The appropriate truss size is selected for the restorable pole that exceeds the strength required for restoration. The truss is positioned against the wood pole in an orientation that provides the required strength in the probable direction of fall due to wind load. The truss is held tightly against the pole using a pull-down winch, and an air hammer is used to drive it to its desired depth, maintaining positive contact with the pole butt below ground. The bands, which are continuously dipped galvanized to ASTMA A123 standards and provide 850 MPa banding strength, the strongest in the industry, are tightened with a pneumatic tensioner and seals are crimped to ensure a secure installation. If specified by the pole owner, a galvanized steel truss cap is installed, and the bands or the entire truss system is given an additional corrosion-resistant coating in silver or brown, depending on the owner's preference. Finally, the work area is cleaned. Any excavated soil is backfilled, and any vegetation that had to be removed for installation is taken from the site and discarded properly. The newly restored pole now meets its code-mandated strength requirements. When bending loads are applied to the pole, they are transferred to the truss, which effectively bypasses the decayed or damaged ground line area of the pole and transfers it to sound wood foundation below ground. Osmose trussing systems, specifically the C-truss and the C2 truss, provide effective restoration of a pole's code-mandated strength, adding years of additional service life without the hassle of changeouts, service interruptions, and possible double wood problems. All at 10% or less than the cost of replacement. For more information, please visit our website at osmoseutilities.com or contact your local Osmose representative. And be sure to consider other Osmose restoration products designed to address various wood pole decay, damage, or overloading circumstances. OsmoWeld and AquaWrap can be used to restore strength to areas of poles above the ground line that have been affected by fire, woodpeckers, or mechanical damage. FiberWrap 2 offers an additional restoration option for poles with high decay or poles with extremely limited access. The Osmo ET truss is engineered to increase bending capacity of a sound pole by 1, 2, 3, or more classes. It's an ideal solution for overloaded poles or system hardening projects. For more information, please visit our website at osmoseutilities.com or contact your local Osmose representative.